One of the major tenets of the psychodynamic approach is that feelings don't hurt. Anxiety hurts. And that the task of the therapist is going to be trying to get one's client into their feelings and out of their anxiety. There are 4 reasons why we want people to get into their feelings, to justify the idea that feelings hurt. And it's an idea that does need to be justified because there are, in fact, most feelings we have are painful feelings. If we look at the 6 universal emotions we all have, the only positive one is happiness. The rest hurt. But no matter whether the feeling is happiness, sadness, or anger, or any of the other feelings, there are 4 things that emotions do that enable us to have meaningful lives that are filled with happiness, that do enable us to live the lives we want. The first is that feelings, they act as a mediator in social situations. You can kind of think of those as the glue that binds people together. The second is that feelings reveal to us the unmet and unfulfilled desires we have in life and get us back on track in what does actually matter to us. The third is that feelings reveal to us what's meaningful, what our values are, and give us a sense of direction, targets to shoot for. And the fourth is that emotions really provide a person their core sense of consciousness. That when we feel, there's a sense of I-ness in our feelings that organize our identities in many ways. So that's why when we move towards feelings, even though if they're negative, they're painful, ultimately they don't hurt us. They might feel uncomfortable, but they enable us to be in the world in those 4 really important ways. Anxiety is a different story. Anxiety does hurt us. And as a clinician, anxiety is going to be your best friend because anxiety is a type of gauge that you need to be able to feel out and sense in order to do the work that you need to do to get a person back in their feelings and out of anxiety. If anxiety is too high, a person can't learn the meaning in their feelings. The brain is just not going to be active and aware enough in the way it needs to be to do that work. The gauge is too high. When anxiety is too low, that means we're not accessing the feelings that matter. That if those aren't present, the work just can't be done. The gauge is too low. The most important therapeutic task, aside from challenging defenses, is inviting anxiety into the room. We need to be able to label it with our clients. And when it comes up in the therapy session, we need to also ask permission from our clients to look under it, to pop that hood open and see what's going on with that anxiety. One of the most difficult things we need to do as therapists is to convince our clients that facing their anxieties is to their best interest. The clients are coming in and they've been running a long time from the feelings they don't want to experience. And they've been suffering a long time in the anxiety they don't want to experience. And so it's a dramatic paradigm shift to tell the client that we need to confront anxiety in a way where we're not running from our feelings and turning towards those painful feelings instead of giving anxiety the time of day. And if you're not noticing your clients being anxious, chances are you're not doing your job well. Either you're missing the feelings that are too painful for them to face, or you're not challenging the defenses enough that would increase the client's sense of anxiety in the therapy room. There are 3 guideposts that you need to keep an eye on as you're moving forward with your client, trying to bring in anxiety into the room. The first is if your client isn't feeling anxious. Like I said, that's an indication that you're not going to the places you need to go to improve your client's life. Now, all of therapy is not one anxiety attack after another, and it is reasonable that when you actually are dealing with the feelings you need to with your client, push right ahead. Things are going well. But keeping in the back of your mind that if things are going too well, you're missing something. The second principle is that excessive anxiety is not going to help anybody. Like I said, the prefrontal cortex shuts down. The client's not going to be able to recognize the feelings they need to in order to bring those into their conscious awareness. So in those moments, you're going to have to regulate your client's high anxiety to bring that down into a happy medium spot so you can do the work you need to with anxiety present, but not too overwhelming. And the third principle is keeping an eye out for defenses. That we're trying to encourage our clients to let go of the defenses that they have to get rid of the anxiety in order so they can explore the feelings they need to explore. At the end of the day, psychodynamic therapy is about exploration. It's about going into the unknown. It's about going on a hero's journey to find what's meaningful, what's hidden that you need to make life better. That's the hero's story. And that you as the therapist are serving as a guide in that hero's journey for your client, so they can bring back the treasure that will make their life better. I hope this video was helpful. If you like it, go ahead and give it a like. If you want to leave a comment for me, you can do so in the comment box, or check out my website and shoot me an email. And if you want to support my work, you can do so on Patreon. I'll see you in the next video.